guys, Amandork here. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Peertopeer. This is my podcast. I'm Amandork from Decor Consulting. I'm super excited you're here because I have a lot of juicy tips that are sure to help your interior or e-design business. If you have any special requests, feel free to email me or DM me for topic ideas. I'm super excited to learn what the community needs help with, as that's what I do, is help my interior and e-design peers. If you have any questions, feel free to also ask away so we can also get to know each other and connect. Super excited you're tuning in. Thank you so much. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Peer-to-Peer podcast with Amanda Foster from Foster Decor Consulting and our special guest today, Stephanie Wilkins. Woo! Stephanie, can you please tell us about yourself? Do a little intro for our listeners out there.
Sure. I'm a native of California, born and raised in the Bay Area.
707.
Sacramento. But currently I live in Merida, Mexico with my two little kids. They're 10 and 8 and my husband.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And I'm really into bohemian interiors with a little vintage glam thrown in there, bold colors, patterns, a well-traveled vibe. And I am the founder and CEO of The Soul of Sanctuary, which is my interior design boutique, where interior design isn't just about aesthetics, which we all love, but it's also, for me and my clients, it's about liberation and it's about healing.
Healing. Tell me a little bit more about that. I love that.
Yeah, so, just a little bit more on my background. I am a certified yoga instructor. I meditate every single day.
Okay.
And for me, I've always been very sensitive to my environment. And I really firmly believe that our surroundings, our homes really impact the way that we feel. And if we're intentional about the spaces that we live in, then I really believe that it can help to elevate our well-being, our sense of wellness, and help us to heal.
Wow,
So
I love
the lens that I bring. Yeah.
I think you mentioned also that you were a social justice attorney.
I was.
What?
Yes.
Girl?
Yes, I know. Yes, I am a recovering attorney.
But you say recovering, so it must have been like a lot of pressure and just
so much. Don't get me wrong. I love the work that I did. I'm very proud of the people that I helped, but it just didn't bring me joy.
Right.
It brought me a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights, and it just wasn't my calling. And I knew that pretty early on. I remember being in law school, just being obsessed with HGTV and reading all the design magazines, and even as an attorney, being in my office and being on the apartment therapy website.
Oh my gosh, that is too cute.
Yeah.
In a suit, like a business suit. Oh, design.
Yeah, so just obsessed with design. So yeah, I had a very stressful job. And after I was transitioning out of law, I did some work as a nonprofit director, as a community organizer, got married, had some kids. I was a stepmom. I ended up having to take care of my dad who developed dementia. So I was dealing with a lot of stress.
A lot is going on.
And I rediscovered my passion for design when we bought our house in Sacramento, and just pouring myself into that and creating this beautiful sanctuary for me was just so important. It was so healing, and it just made a huge difference. And that's what I bring to my clients.
Leads us into my next question, because you mentioned Sacramento, of how we met. Because I think you found me on Facebook, right?
I did. I found you on Facebook. Somebody was singing your praises.
Oh, yay. I love that. Because I think I was like, wait, are you in Sacramento? And wait, no one's ever in Sacramento.
I know.
So, everyone's on
right?
the East Coast or the Midwest. And there's somebody in the same zip code, but you're now in Mexico. But okay, so you found me off Facebook.
Yes.
And
so
what?
I found you on Facebook.
Yeah.
And at the time, we had already moved to Merida, Mexico. We drove here, which is, I cannot believe we did that.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's dangerous, girl. Like I wouldn't drive.
It's wild. It's very adventurous. We took all the safety precautions and all of that, and it was fine. We didn't have any issues, but it was still, who does that? That's crazy.
Stephanie does that.
Apparently. Yeah. But I had started a design business in Sacramento. It was in the beginning stages, but I was starting to get some clients and build some momentum. And then we were like, let's move to Mexico. So, and then I took some time to get my bearings, and because it's a big transition. But I was like, how do I continue to do this thing that I love? I know we want to travel some more. And so e-design was like a no-brainer, really.
So that's probably how you found me.
Yes.
The e-design, because I'm all about e-design.
Yes. So I was like, who is out there doing this? And I think another thing that really drew me to you was that you're so bold with your design and you're so authentic. Yeah. And I was really looking for that and looking for permission, I think, to be my bold, authentic self and not just try to please everybody. Which,
oh my God, I love that. I love that.
You don't please anybody, right?
Yeah. So, I need permission to be myself. Like that is so true. There's so many clients that I work with, where my whole slogan is, why not get paid to be authentically you?
Absolutely.
But behind the scenes, you guys are thinking like, what's the sign? Give me a sign or give me the permission to be myself. Wow.
Yes. That was huge. That was really a game changer for me because I needed that permission. I realized after working with you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you really got me together, girl.
And I think I remember you mentioning that you were looking for more clarity in your business. Yes. Like you knew something wasn't working and you wanted to realign things. And my boot camp is all about that. It's just like the brand and business clarity for your business, so you get more joy out of it. Because what you just described is I wasn't happy. I was overwhelmed. It was stressful. And it's just, wait, we have the power, right, to change our lives. Like we don't feel that way most of the time. So I'm glad you found me, that you were in Sacramento. I was so excited. And then you're like, oh, I'm actually moving to Mexico. I'm like, you know what? The power of online, we can still communicate. We can still work together. And it was just like, do the boot camp. This is what you needed, right, at that time.
Oh my God. I didn't even know, like I knew I needed it. I knew I found you for a reason, but I didn't even know how much I needed it. Because I think I'm probably not your only client that says this. So I just wanted to jump right in. I was like, show me how to make these gorgeous boards. And let's
yes,
other stuff. Like, but you were
let's talk a little bit about, there was 2 courses that you took. We'll talk about the boot camp in a second, but you also did the Canva 411, which like I love. That's one of my favorite courses. I love the boot camp, but the Canva 411, because we're all using Canva, all interior designers, like Photoshop, Illustrator, it's just maybe a little too much, too complicated. Canva's pretty easy to use. So how was that going through the course for that one?
Oh my God, I loved it. I was already using Canva the way we all use it for like social media and little announcements and stuff like that. And I also use design files like a lot of us use. But like the Canva course just really leveled up my skills, and it was so much that I just didn't know you could do on Canva. I was like, oh my God, I just had no idea. I had no idea. And
the Canva course for me was like, instead of telling people, which I do have a Photoshop course because there was a lot of interior designers that were requesting that, but it's for those who don't want to jump to Photoshop, what hacks can we do in Canva? Because there isn't the distortion tool yet. Right. There are shadows, but not the way that I teach you guys in the course. So there's a lot of hacks. So it's not just, because everyone's using Canva, let's do a quick little mood board. Like we're trying to make things look more in perspective and more real.
There's a lot of really cool hacks. And also being able to use both design files and Canva together, it's like the best of both. Yeah. And of course, I eventually do want to get Photoshop down.
There's a course for that. I got you, girl. But I mean, that leads us to the boot camp. So the 4-in-1 is great for like presentation and just honing in more on your skills of, okay, let's level up using design files and Canva together. But the boot camp was really the heart of what you were struggling with at the time. Like Canva is what we want to do, but the boot camp is like what we need to do. So what was your experience going through the boot camp? Have some wine. Let's have some wine.
Let's have a glass of wine on that one.
Because it was a journey. It's called the boot camp for a reason. Like, this is not just like a willy-nilly little course that you could do on a weekend. This is a lot of soul searching. This is a lot of brand and business clarity. Like I am hard when it comes to the worksheets. You know this because I know all of my clients have it all. You guys have the answers inside of you. It's just like digging through the surface level, easy. Oh, I'm an interior designer, but what kind of interior designer do you really want to be? Who do you really want to work with? Get up every day so that you're excited, because I don't want my clients to feel still stuck, right? You're coming stuck. And I want you guys to feel liberated after, oh my gosh, I know my purpose. I know who I want to work with, right? I know my style. And it's because Amanda kept pushing me, right? Like an onion. Let's keep revealing and peeling back these layers because it's all in you. Like, I don't massage, okay, these answers should be like this. It's more like, nope, keep going. I know you got more.
And I think that nobody had ever done that with me before. And so I did the first couple worksheets, and I think I was just trying to get it done.
Right.
I was like, get it done. Just put the little answers in there and get it done. And you were like, girl. You're like, this ain't it. You were very gracious about it, but you were like, try again. Go deeper. Go in. Go deeper. Peel back the layers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. She really wants me to go there to tell the full story. Yeah. And I think that was the first time I had really done that. You're right. It was all within me. It wasn't like I made any of it up. Yeah. But to really sit down and think about it deeply and all the like questions that you asked about who I am as a designer, what's my story, who's my client, who am I serving and why? I had never thought about those questions as deeply before. And it just made such a huge difference. It just made it so crystal clear. Oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. And this is why I was feeling lost before, because I wasn't clear about that. I wasn't maybe confident enough to claim that. I was too busy trying to be like everybody else and try to put stuff out there that I thought would appeal to the most people, even though it wasn't authentic to me.
I think that's the biggest problem right now that I see when I'm just skimming through Instagram or social media is just everyone is looking at each other instead of looking within. They're like, what are they doing? And then like subconsciously copying that because it's, oh, I've seen it. It's been done. And
it's safe.
It's the safe approach that has nothing to do with who Stephanie really is,
right,
and who Stephanie really wants to target. Because it's like a matchmaking system where what you put out is what you're going to receive. And if you're putting out something very vague and general and generic and looks like everybody else, it's going to be really hard for those people that you're like, oh my gosh, in the back of my mind, I really want so-and-so to connect with me. Oh my God, I want to work on this kind of project. So that kind of leads me to my next question of your design style, because we worked so much on your brand identity, so much on your dream client avatar. And then what's your kind of niche that you've created through the boot camp?
Yeah, so my style is very bohemian. Like I'm very eclectic, but not like the sort of like trendy, everything's beige and a bunch of pampas grass bohemians.
No, I love how you said it's elevated bohemian.
It's
with
elevated.
A vintage glam
curated.
twist. Yeah.
And it's definitely got those vintage touches, those glam touches. I'm obsessed with like Art Deco and old Hollywood Regency, obsessed.
Yes. Yes. So that is like so rich right there that it's, oh my God. And if your farmhouse is not for me, but that's fine. It's, girl, I don't want to be working with you. I don't do neutral. I don't do bland and beige. So it's bye.
Oh, and that's fine. Do you. But we don't do bland beige over here.
But the girls that are like, oh my God, I want jewel tones. I love Art Deco. I want something rich. I don't want just like Target cheap boho, which they're trying to like spread to the masses. I want something like elevated and bring it up to another level. And I'm not downgrading these design styles. Like I've worked with all design styles. I get it, but I know it's personally, oh my God, I love that. And that's exactly what we want your ideal client to feel and think when they come across your post and just, oh my God, Stephanie, we have to work together. Girl.
As opposed to molding myself for someone who has a completely different style. And I'm like, oh, this is not that fun, but I just want clients. No, I don't need to have any client. I want a specific client.
Yes, exactly. So you were calling it Harlem Renaissance meets Hollywood Regency, which is, oh my God, that's perfect and amazing. And also you included like the well-traveled vibe in there, which is okay because you travel a lot. So that's actually a really good thing for people to know and understand is that you're worldly. But it's not just you in Sacramento, like you are traveling, you are in Mexico, you are living abroad. There's so much culture that you can now inject in more experience. So somebody would be like, oh my God, I want to work with Stephanie, but I'm in Sacramento. And you're like, I can work with whoever. Anywhere in the world.
Yes. I love that. I think that's so cool that we have the ability to do that now. So yeah, I can work with anyone, anywhere, from anywhere, which really works for my lifestyle and it works for a lot of other people's lifestyles. And it's just the best of both worlds, I think.
So in learning that, let's go back to the boot camp and talk about your thesis project, because that's what makes the thesis project fun. Because when people don't really do the work and they're just, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to do for my project. It's like looking at a blank piece of paper, which is very intimidating. But after you discover all this stuff and you're like, no, I'm a maximalist. I love playing with patterns and textures and color and being bold. And I love the Art Deco and the Harlem Renaissance. Like you have a ton of ideas probably, right? Pouring into your brain and your dream client too. Like, right? You're just like going through, okay, she is like this and that. And oh my gosh, like you're building a narrative already in your mind. So what was it like exploring the thesis project?
Oh gosh. And I have to say, I really love that's a part of the boot camp, that there even is a thesis project, because it really is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, where I had the opportunity to really like flesh it all the way out. So yeah, it was just so fun to think about, okay, who's my ideal client and what does she need? And so I came up with a client avatar. I'm calling her Janelle Johnson.
Yeah.
And she is an African-American woman. She's very accomplished and she's had to slay a lot of dragons and is at a point in her life where she's like transitioning. She's starting a new chapter. And so...
Is it showing me scrolling through?
There it is. Yeah. There it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And she's really a composite of like different women that I know and have known who are just like, they've carried so much and they're at a point in their lives where they're like, I'm ready to pour into myself. I'm ready to create a space where I feel at peace. I feel affirmed. I feel inspired. I'm starting a new chapter of my life and I want a home that's going to be that safe haven, be that sanctuary and be that kind of like cocoon for me to continue to grow.
Oh gosh, I love it. Yeah, because I felt like so many people will do the room because they know in their mind, in the back of their mind, I know who this is for. When we put this out into the world, people can't read our minds. So we have to give our ideal clients a little bit of context as to, wait, this was for this person. And this person might sound a lot like you. She might have the same pain points that you're struggling with. And we don't want to just be seen as decorators. I consider decorators as like the final design. They made it pretty and it is cool. I'll give them that. But an interior designer does more. They understand problem solvers.
Yeah.
So the design component has to correlate with the client. We didn't just get pretty shelves. We got specific organizers because she has like too many shoes or too many purses and now she can grab things easily or something like that, right? Like we're going like 2 or 3 steps beyond just like, this was pretty and on sale, right? No, this was a little bit more expensive, but we're solving her problem. Like she was a hot mess in her closet, or we're doing 2 things in one, right? We're getting beautiful blackout curtains because she has a graveyard shift. But we also have a double rod so that when she opens it, she has these beautiful sheer lace or something like that, right? So I bet it was a lot of fun. Even though we're giving more constraints, it also, to me, is more fun of, oh, I want to solve this puzzle. And oh my gosh, she would benefit from this or that.
Yeah, because it's the challenge of it, right? That's fun to work with. It's also knowing that like, you're really impacting and making a difference in somebody's everyday lived experience. When you solve these problems for them, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
You help somebody sleep better, you help somebody feel more organized and hide the clutter or whatever the issue is. That really can be life-changing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Your design skills are phenomenal and it shows since you took the Canva 4-in-1 course. I'm just kidding. But no, you're so talented. Like I almost wanted to cry when I saw your thesis project because I could feel and see all the heart and soul like that into this. It's gorgeous. And I love the descriptions of just going that extra step of explaining why this benefits your client, like how this is like what you would present to an actual client, right? You're not just gonna show them this little mood board. You're gonna also explain it because I've noticed when I do that, they're like, wow, okay, I actually really want this rug. The story behind it, or like the idea why, or, oh, you're right, like this would help. So the descriptions on the side are very powerful for convincing your client, like, this is what you need, like, girl.
Yeah. And I think that people really want to feel like you heard, like you listened to them deeply and you heard them and you even like maybe heard the things that they didn't say. And they're just grateful when they're like, oh, you got me.
Yes.
That's what I needed. I couldn't even articulate it, but you got it.
No, oh my gosh, you killed it with the boot camp. And even though in the beginning you were struggling, everyone does. Because you're kind of telling your brain that's been safe and on autopilot and just like accustomed to, no, we've been safe, we're good, this is our zone of genius. But no, you haven't even hit the surface of your zone of genius because it's buried deep down. I apologize to you and all of the boot campers that I'm like, no, keep going, dig deeper, do the worksheets again.
Oh my God.
There's another Stephanie that has gone through the boot camp and she did it 3 times, the worksheets.
Wow.
And she was, about the second time, she was like, she messaged me in the middle of it and she's like, Beth, you're right. I'm getting better like answers. I'm digging deeper. I'm asking my girlfriends, like I'm asking my husband or fiance at the time, but now husband. And she's like, fuck, this is great. Because it is easy to go, okay, let me just do this really fast.
Yeah.
You know, have a million things. You have kids, you got to do mom taxing and groceries and this and that. And
all of the things. Yeah.
But it's like, wait, if I sit down and like really get to the heart of this, oh yeah, you know what? Like brain, thank you for keeping me safe, but I need to go in a new direction.
Yeah.
Like something is not working here, and I do not want to do farmhouse anymore. I do not want to attract beige and grays. Like I have more, right? For you specifically, color, pattern, texture, right?
Story, culture, all of that matter. Yeah, and I think that you touched on something a little bit when you were just talking. Like for me, I was so caught up in, I'm a mom, I got 2 little ones, and I've been homeschooling them, so I've been like super busy. And it's so easy to just, as moms, to like, and not just moms, but like women who just give, right? We give so much. It's so easy to put our stuff to the side and let people interrupt us and get caught up in helping everybody do what they're doing. And when you challenge me to go deeper, I need to set some boundaries and be like, okay, these little 2-3 sentences answers are not going to get it. You need to go in. I have to be like, okay, I have to take this seriously. This is my passion, and it deserves my attention. It deserves my time. My clients deserve this. And we have to sometimes say, hey, I'm going in the room. I'm closing the door.
That right there.
This thing, like, it's important. I can't just keep putting it off and letting everybody else's stuff take priority.
That's a great point. Oh, I love that, because you deserve. I love that. Like, you deserve to answer this honestly, authentically, deeply, because you want to put that attention and detail into what your clients tell you, but then we forget to do that for ourselves. Like, it's our turn.
Exactly.
What about us? So I guess I'm trying to be that reminder on your little shoulder of just, no, you have more. I know you have more. I know there's more behind this. So thank you for bearing with me through that journey, because to come out the other side the way that you have is like night and day. And I know I was just like, I'm gonna be the bitch, and I'm gonna say, do it one more time. I'm sorry, but I know it'll be a beautiful payoff. And your project, your e-design project, is just like a visual representation of everything that you learned through that boot camp journey. And it's just, okay. Like, I wish I could take a screenshot and send it to your former self of, look, if you do this work, this is like what's going to happen at the end of the road. And so that's why I love doing these podcasts, because there are people on the fence of, a boot camp, but I don't know, but I know something's wrong. And it's just, look at the journey. A lot of other interior designers are struggling out there, and they know something's not right. Like, how would you describe that? We're just like, I don't feel aligned. That's probably the way to say it.
Yeah, that stuck feeling of there's something missing. I'm not feeling like, I found myself like talking about what I do in a way where I was like, where's the passion? Because I didn't have the clarity.
And you're coming from your Ally McBeal, stressful. I'm sure at some point you were passionate maybe about, I want to go to law school or no.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm a nerd, so I like learning stuff, and I'm very passionate about social justice. I always will be. It just wasn't my soul's calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't. And I think that I'm still helping people. It's just in a different way.
I love that. Yeah, because now it's, what things can we take from that to put into your new brand and business? And the idea of like healing, I wanted to talk more about that, is another way of getting some social justice in here. I'm just like, well, everyone deserves to have a home that they feel safe and that they can feel like restores them and nurtures them.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And I think the world is in a crazy place right now. Is
that why you went to Mexico?
Yeah, we all know what's happening right now. It's really wild. And honestly, like, I've always wanted to travel and live abroad, but there was a point, I think, during the pandemic where it was like, this needs to happen like soon. Life is too short, and I want that peace and that unapologetic joy, and I just didn't feel like I was gonna get it living in the United States. That's just me.
I feel you.
So I was like, well, how do we do this? And so, heck, why shouldn't we?
That's so inspiring. So anyone listening, like, you can change your life today.
And you can do the crazy. You could do that crazy thing that you're like, oh my God, who would I be if I did that? Like,
you can drive to Mexico all the way.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Like, girl, we're all tempted to, so we might make room. We're all headed your way. So I wanted to also ask, because we've been talking about your design style, and I love all the color, all the textures, everything. What trends are you like digging right now? Because, you know, that's something I always ask.
Yeah, so a couple of them. I think so. First, in general, I feel like I'm seeing more folks just embrace design for the joy of it, what brings them joy in their homes, instead of chasing certain trends or doing the cookie cutter Pottery Barn. No shade if you like Pottery Barn. The cookie cutter thing, it's what brings you joy. Just do that. Which has always been my philosophy, and I think you're probably someone that feels that way too. But it's
if you've seen my house, have you seen my home tour video? I was not copying anybody. And it was also the pandemic kind of brought that out, because no one was coming over. Everyone was isolated. Everyone was just focused on, okay, like, what should we do around the house? We have the time and the extra money, because everyone's getting stimulus checks and whatnot.
You're not going out.
I think that was really jumping off point for a lot of people. You know what? Fuck it. YOLO. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Right.
I'm glad it's not over. I thought once the pandemic was done, like in 2022, we would just go back instead of forward. And no, color is still pursuing textures, bold patterns, being different. And I'm just like, where was this 10 years ago or even 5 years ago? I've always been very colorful, but I would be safe. I still have people over. And I think there was a little guilt too of just, I'm an adult, right? I should look.
I'm a grown up now.
Right. Yeah. Grown up. Like, I'm thinking of myself like 5 years ago, trying to impress, right? Like having that look. But then COVID happened and fuck it. Like, we're going rainbow. I'm doing stripes on the walls.
Disco ball. Like,
I literally have 24 disco balls in my home.
God.
They are of different sizes.
Wow.
So I was like,
that.
Apartment therapy loves that too. So I'm very grateful for them. But it's all about, what do you want to do in your space? This is your space. You own it. Like.
Yep. So it should spark joy for you. And then the other trend, I just absolutely love this. It's like the return of the eat-in kitchen with like the big table, like in the actual kitchen. I love to cook. I love to entertain and cook for people. And with the kitchen being, like they say, it's the heartbeat of the home. It just makes so much sense. You don't need a big giant granite island that's just sitting there. Like we have one in our kitchen in Sacramento, but everyone gravitates to the kitchen anyway. So why not have it set up to seat 10 people, and we're eating in there, and we're talking to each other, and it's where the snacks are, it's where the drinks are, we're just all gathered there.
Yes, gather. Everyone gathers to the kitchen for sure. I would rather have a large breakfast nook that is a part of like an open kitchen that's maybe even like this nice big chunky booth. I'd rather have that than like the formal dining room that we use 2 times a year.
100%. And that's what we did in our house, actually, is that we had this. It's so funny how we just do things because that's how we were raised. So we got this house, and like it had these 2 front rooms, and I just set it up the way that I grew up. So it was like, here's a formal dining room that we only use twice a year. Here's a formal sitting room where nobody can sit.
My dining room has storage right now. There's just boxes on top of it, Amazon boxes, because it's like, what do we use this for? You know, like.
And so I think that people are designing more for how they actually live. We got rid of our formal dining room. We're like, this don't make no sense. We're gonna make this whole room a family room. You know, we're gonna create that space to eat, like that's off the kitchen, so you're not walking to a whole other room to dine, whatever. So it's just like, what really makes sense for how you actually live in your house, regardless of what's in the magazines or on the blogs or whatever.
I love that. Like that. And again, that's interior designers trying to problem solve. Wait, this is a lot of square footage to just have dust and cobwebs. So yeah, let's use the space. Part of my home has a game room because we're such gamers. We've got board games, we've got arcades, like full on cabinets, like cabinet arcades. And that's how we use the space. Instead of, maybe it should be something cute. No, what are we actually going to use it for? Because we're paying the rent here.
That part. Okay. You're paying the rent, you're paying the mortgage. Like, get your money's worth, okay? Going outside is expensive. So we're inside. You got to enjoy it. You know?
So what projects are you currently working on right now?
So I have some projects in the pipeline. I'm taking a little break for the summer.
Yeah.
And the kids are they're actually going to school in September. I'm so excited.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, yeah.
So, I have
all my clients look forward to September.
Oh
like they're just like, I can't wait for them to go back to school.
Bye-bye. Love you, bye.
Yeah.
So I have actually a few clients here in Merida that want to work with me, and so I'm excited about that.
Yes, congrats.
And then I think that even though we just moved in November, I think we're moving again.
Wait, what?
I know, it's ridiculous. But I just need my own room. I just need like my own space, like office / like mom cave, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
So we need that extra room. My husband needs a dedicated office. My kids share a room right now, but they're at that age where they probably need their own room too. So we just need a bigger house.
Yeah, no, that's good. Good for you and understanding what does my family need.
Yeah.
And we all just need to be away from each other sometimes.
You need a little more space.
If you have that separation, then it makes coming together much more fruitful, like richer, because it's, I miss you guys. I've been in my office all day instead of, oh my God, get out. Like, it down.
Yes. So that'll be a project. Later on in 2026, but I'm excited for it, and I'll be documenting. And
I was gonna say, please share like your current place, because I'm sure it looks phenomenal. Even that wall behind you, I'm just like, oh my God, girl, I want to see the rest of your place. And you're like, no, I'm moving, but take pictures, keep us posted, updated.
I will.
And are there any design events that you're looking forward to? I know you're in Mexico, but are there any in Mexico that
we need to do some research and find those events?
Yeah.
Or maybe just create them myself. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Why not?
Yes, girl.
There's definitely a thriving design community here in Mexico. There's some amazing designers here. Wow. Just the style of design, the Spanish influence, the Mayan influence, the use of color and texture. It is like a dream. I'm so inspired, like just being here. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, I look forward to getting out there.
Most of my clients, when I ask them, because I always ask that question, like, what design events are you looking forward to or heading to? And they always say High Point Market. And no shade on High Point Market, but there are other things happening, like the world. You're all in Mexico. It doesn't even have to be a design event specifically, but when I was growing up, my mom is from Mexico City, so we'd always go in the summer and spring to visit, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it was like culture shock, color shock. Everybody's house is a bright color. It's like it's either cement or it's bright pink. or turquoise
Yeah.
or blue, and it's just like we visited Frida Kahlo's house and it's that bright royal blue, and it's just like the color is amazing, and I would just get so inspired. This is before HGTV. This me growing up and being surrounded by so much color that I would come home and I would just want to like color everything and paint everything, spray paint everything. And then it's just, oh yeah, our block back at home is the suburban tract housing.
Better beige house. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's just like there's so much more in the world culturally that I don't think America is like ready for. Like I see the new development. We have 2 apartments growing in this area, and it's all just, again, it's that kind of like modern tract housing, but it's sleeker, cleaner lines, but it's still like, where's the color?
Where's the color? When we first came here to visit and scope it out, and then we went back, and Sacramento's got a lot of new developments. There's a lot of like stuff being built, and I was like, everything is beige.
Yes,
beige. It's beige with a hint of terracotta, but it's 50 shades of beige. You know? Where's the color?
Yeah, so you know how Sacramento is. There's gorgeous old Victorians, in Midtown, and some of them will have some color or some cool like little details and pizzazz. And I miss living downtown. We lived downtown for years. Now we're in Southland Park, which is beautiful, but again, it's like a lot of people are pretty safe out here. So I think inside, as we talked about before, we are exploring colors, being more personal and authentic. I just can't wait for the outside to also match that. So come on, people, like
just do it. Paint your house purple. Who cares?
I'm renting.
We're talking about that HOA.
I know. Sorry, HOA, and sorry to my landlord, but like when we finally move and we have our own house, like I'm gonna bring on the color.
Do it.
Well, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, or any shout outs that you want to give out to our listeners or viewers too?
I hope that folks really just don't be afraid to like express yourself in your home, and just understand that it really matters. Like our environment really matters. It really impacts us on a soul level. And so it's not silly, it's not frivolous to pay attention to that. And so shout out to everybody just dealing with the madness of the world and wanting to come home and feel held and affirmed and inspired. I see you. And
I love that. I can like feel your hug. I'm like, yes, we all need that. You're in Mexico, hugging America, because we freaking need it right now.
We all need it. We all need it so much. Yeah, for sure.
So how can we find you? Please tell us all the socials.
There's my website, which is thesoulofsanctuary.com. And then also I'm on Instagram, same thing, The Soul of Sanctuary. And I'm going to pop up on TikTok. That's my new that's my new frontier. I haven't quite broken in yet, but I'm really like, I just downloaded the app maybe 3 months ago, and I'm like, this
it's wild on there. Like I'm technically on there, but I just like repost when I remembered to do that. But I'm just like, can we stop doing more apps? Focus on one. But yeah, it's the attention span on there is so quick.
It is.
Oh my God.
But I think to me, maybe because I'm not on there that much, it feels like a blank canvas.
Hey,
so I'm gonna create myself there. So but for now I'm on IG, and you can find me on my website.
Perfect. And we'll have all of the links below, so don't worry. But I just want to make sure that you tell our listeners out there, in case they can't see the description. And is there anybody you want to say hi to out there?
Hi to all my folks in Cali. I love you. Come visit.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure everyone wants to visit. I'm sure, like, oh my gosh. I bet your place is amazing. I miss Mexico. I haven't been there for 8 years.
Oh my God, you need to come visit too.
Yes, yeah. I do want to plan a trip with my mom this year, by the end of this year.
I have yet to go to Mexico City, and that's definitely on my list. Like, I can't wait to check it out.
You should. I don't recommend driving there, but...
Oh, no. We won't be driving. No more of that.
Thank you for joining us. I just want to give a huge shout out to Stephanie Wilkins for surviving the boot camp, putting up with her coach, making it to the other side, because gosh, like, your brand, your business is so vibrant, so authentic. It's inspiring. And I wanted to bring you on today so you could help inspire other people that are on the fence and listening and maybe even wanting to make the leap. Is it worth the leap?
Absolutely. If you're on the fence, just do it. Like, just do it.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. Thank you guys again for this amazing episode, and tune in next week with another episode with a different Stephanie. We have Stephanie from Rumble Interiors talking all things feng shui. So tune in for that. And thank you, Stephanie Wilkins. Woo!
Thank you, Amanda.
Feel free to reach out with any questions anytime. I'm super excited to always get to know my community of e-designers and interior designers. If you have any topic requests, be sure to also send those my way. I'm super excited to create episodes that are going to help you guys, my peers. So Peer-to-Peer, thanks again.